Vladimir Putin established the threat of nuclear war from the very beginning of his bloody invasion into Ukraine, no matter who tries to stand in our way, or all the more so create threats for our country and our people, they must know that Russia will respond immediately, the dictator said a month ago. And the consequences will be such as you have never seen in your entire history. With Putin appearing more and more unpredictable, the prospect of nuclear war has grown. Russian military officials are reportedly snubbing calls from the United States, raising the risk of miscalculating into a nuclear crisis. Putin has become increasingly isolated, adding to concerns about what he could do should he feel backed into a corner. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov warned that Russia could resort to nuclear weapons in response to what it deems an existential threat, an ill-defined red line that officials in the United States and the West are attempting to avoid stumbling over. The threat is increasing, Monica Montgomery, a research analyst at the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation, tells Vanity Fair of the potential for nuclear conflict. Intent remains low, but it will increase as long as the stalemate continues. President Joe Biden, who is in Europe this week to rally support for Ukraine, has repeatedly called for de-escalation, vowed that American forces would not engage in direct combat in Ukraine, and resisted appeals from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to establish a no-fly zone over the country, the implementation of which would mean shooting down Russian warplanes. Direct confrontation between NATO and Russia is World War III, Biden said earlier this month, something we must strive to prevent. Putin, meanwhile, looks increasingly desperate. His military campaign has sputtered, thanks to a formidable defense by Ukrainian freedom fighters, and severe sanctions continue to pummel the Russian economy. That doesn't necessarily mean he'll act on his warnings. Putin is using his nuclear arsenal as a threat, holding the world hostage so they can't get involved in Ukraine, Montgomery said. This shows rogue states or states that are adversaries to the US, like North Korea, like Iran, possibly like China, that they can carry out their agendas and their rhetoric and possibly even aggression towards other states as long as they can do that under the veil of nuclear weapons.